سلام رفیقا دوستا بیننده جور سلامت باشین. اینی ویدیو ویلاگ امروز برنامه بود دندونم روز هفته 18 اپریل بگاتیم ای آرتس اگزیبیشن اوندرو ارگانیزیشن است او که تعاونی هزاره شماما اسوسییشن اردوشت مشترکه این برنامه را انجام داده بود. دیگه بسیار برنامه خوب بودک. دیگه هیومن تیسیس ورسش هزاره استوریز بودک. دیگه بسیار مختلف سکشن ها داشتک، میوزیک هم بودک. دیگه کلو مردم هم ده بود. دیگه اینجا ما درو ویدیو که درهیم اینجا باز دکتر زاکر هم است. موضوع انترویو منم باز تفصیل شی خودش میگن هیومن تیسیس هزاره ستوریز. دیگه بسیار زبردست برنامه بود. بسیار دودراز ویدیوی توختین. دیگه انشالله که خوشم باید جور باشین. تشکر. سبسکرایب کنین. دیگه زنده باشین. Hazara Shamama. Doctor Sahab, this is برنامه Ondru Org Yes.
السلام علیکم دوستای قدرتو، امیدوارم که جور و صحتمند هستین، بخیر هستین. دیگه امشونه برنامه اوندرو کسته هزاره هیومن تیسیس هزاره ستوریز. استوریز مردم از ما، استوریز استقامت مردم از ما و استوریز بیگانگی و بیپرسگی و بیجایی مردم از ما کسته است. نه صرف از خاطر ازی که این استوریز از استراگلز است و این استوریز استقامت از مردم از ما است که مردم از ما از کجا آمده کجا رفته و بلده نسل نو از ما کدام داکومنتیشن کدام چیزا را کسته مو نمیشته کنی لیکا کنی بلده زنا بیلی. دیگه امی پروژکت کسته تروی اوندرو قد هزاره شماما اسوسییشن کی کده ای یک آرت پروژکت بزی از خود یک سه چار شاخ داره. یکشی فوتوگرافی، یکشی اسکاپچر میکینگ، یکشی ویوینگ است. بس دیگه ستوری تلینگ. بس امی ستوریزی مردم از مو، امی ستوریزی استقامتی مردم از مو کسته امی چاپ میشه، امی نمیشته میشه، امی بارشی گپ زده میشه و در استرالیا یا در دندنونگ کسته در ساوت ایست منچ که ازرگو زندگی نه ای بلدمزی مردم برایمزی مردم استرالیان کسته موچی نمونه ما ستوریز را بگی این میک طریقه ایش است. تشکر. جور باشه میتسا. تشکر.
We are not good with Canada. Yeah, a lot of Hazara are in Canada. Maybe a big
Arduç mu cesaş?
I don't know for how long, but they can wear it in 32. So since then we have protected the whole region.
Abul Turku.
Stretch on identity because no one was literally because the whole Hazara community is either Shia Islam or Sunni Islam, a little bit of them, but it was just as a one day maybe. So where did you study in Australia?
Thank you all so much for being here. We just heard...
Current president of Hazara Shamama Association, which we worked with Daesh, with Ondru, for the last couple of months. But before I start, I would like to do a welcoming of the country in Hazara. It hasn't been done a lot before, but it would be a good start, I think. So, Shamama ورک است ما تمام مهمانای قدر طول من نوشتیم بگم در این برنامه. ما از اون پیش که برای استارت کنیم یا شروع کنیم ما میخوایم که قدردانی صاحبان اصیل سرزمین زی مردم نکنیم که در زی سرزمین هزاران سال زندگی کرده و برای صاحبان که گذشته و صاحبان اصل و صاحبان آینده ما احترام قائل هستیم و تقدیم هستیم به بزرگان اسلام که اینا اصیل بومی مردم از بسیار زیاد تشکر از امروز آمدنشون. Thank you very much and we're going to start soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Zakir. I understand Hindi, so which means I understand Urdu sometimes. And Zakir and I were just talking about how there's so many intersections with language that we have in common. Hazara Sal Zindagi I did get, and there were bits and pieces as well. So it's beautiful that we can across so we, and I wasn't born in India, I was born in Fiji.
On behalf of Ondru, I thank you for joining us tonight, for showing up with open hearts and open minds, and for helping us build a more connected and compassionate society. And we look forward to spending the evening with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. As Karen was saying about the word Ondru, so when Ondru started in 2009? Yeah, 2009, something like that. So we actually did the first project with Ondru and me. Secondarily, we were part of Hazara Shamama Association. I can see John Bulzari here as well. So we did the first project called Voiceless Journeys. And Agha Yusufi as well, Mr. Nazir Yusufi. We all did the first project with Ondru, which is what now, 15 years ago. So came a long way, which is good. Hazara Shamama Association was also founded in 2009. The two members who founded them are here with us. So the word Shamama is actually also means, as Karen was putting, that the word Ondru is a Tamil word which means one. So Hazara Shamama Association also believes the same philosophy. The word Shamama itself is a female statue, the Buddha that was destroyed by Taliban in 1998. So which is the sole, one of the major identities and artworks that Hazaras has done over 2 centuries ago. So there were 2 statues in Bamiyan. One was male and one was female. So the male was 53 meters long, which was called Salsal. And the female statue, which was 37 meters tall, I was explaining it to Stephen, who's here. It was 37 meters tall. So the 37 meter tall female statue standing side by side which shows that men and women in the eyes of Hazara people were together and still is 2,000 years apart. So that tells the story of Shamama Association as well, that we believe on the equality, the storytelling for people through art, through music, which Iftikhar just put, one of the resilient way of expressing history and telling about the people in terms of music. So Hazara Shamama Association is also built on the same foundation, and we are practicing it. So half of our Shamama Association's cabinet is female. We have members who are female in a community where it was trivial just a couple of years ago. So furthermore, regarding the project, we did a project last year about cancer. We also did cancer. We wanted to spread awareness among the people in diaspora communities, so which is a taboo. And me, I have a on personal level, I have a chemistry background and science background. Not much to do with art. You will see my story is probably 2 paragraphs because I didn't have a lot to share. So, but if you ask me about cells, chemicals, I'm more than happy to share the type of fragrances everyone's using tonight. I can tell whether it's ether, ester, or alcohol. So, but thank you very much. Thank you everyone for coming tonight. I sincerely would like to thank Ondru for bringing these stories forward. It's extremely hard in this DNA, in this age, to bring these kind of stories and telling people, and it's more like education. First, when I was asked these questions, I was absolutely diabolical. I had no idea what to say, and Sophia and Dave literally asked me why you are not sharing, but because I had no idea what to say. But I think we came a long way, and I would like to sincerely thank Dash as well for bringing it together. The dedication, man, this guy is a gem, so we must protect him. And also I would like to sincerely, we would like to sincerely thank Sophia. I think from the first meeting that no one knew each other, and by the end of the session, I think we were closer than ever before, this group of people who came along. Also Shane, hiding somewhere. Oh, here it is. Shane, thank you very much for all the photos that you see here. It's absolutely the magic that Shane brings. An absolute gem of a guy. So, furthermore, I would like to sincerely thank the volunteers who took part. It was a long 6-7 months. Every Sunday we used to come here. We used to share tea, stories, coffee, biscuit, banana, and laughter. So thank you very much. Tonight's stories, you will see, it's extremely said by pure heart. It has been put on these canvases very well thought after, and the way it has been presented is an absolutely amazing way of expressing the things that Hazara people has gone through. It's not about, I think it's not about the hardships that we usually mention in most of the cases, but we should look at the side, the resilient side of it, that how our people, or Hazara people, or us, have carried this for centuries, and we will keep doing it, and we will keep carrying it. So please have a look, pause, read the stories, understand, and the participants are in the crowd. So if you have any question, find the right person. Thank you very much.
What are we trying to achieve? And sort of goes back to the backyard days a number of people have talked about, to my own sense of identity. When my family fled from Sri Lanka, I kind of felt like when I was growing up in New Zealand as a refugee, I was like this tropical plant that was uprooted from its native soil, and then it got plonked in winters of Hamilton, New Zealand, which is not ideal for a tropical plant. And if it survives, it takes a different abode, the scent of its flowers, the leaves become something else. And if it looks around, it doesn't really belong there. And if it goes back to where it originated from, it doesn't belong there either. And when Zakir and I were talking about it, he was like, brother, that's the same story as mine. And I think that's where this connection came from, to tell the stories. And you know, we've been doing this for a number of years, and one of the hardest things to do is to tell our own stories in our own way. I do all of this for a number of years, and it's so hard to get my dad to still speak about the violence that he endured, being kidnapped during the Civil War. He's just started talking about this to my sisters lately. So I just want to again congratulate and thank all of the participants, because I think if we have to create change, it starts with the courage to speak. And so the three panelists up here, Zakia, Ahmed and Nadia, as well as others who have been part of this, can we just put our hands together for that, please? I want them to do the talking, but just to give you a little bit of context, it'll be great if we have a little bit of quietness, thank you, because I don't want to, the silence of our panelists, who are often already silenced by media and populism, so let's give them the podium to speak today. Really today is about reclaiming identity and being
Christian people, and we have a very corrupt court system. And this land was given to them, so they were pushed to the mountains where after that there was war, famine, and literally they were because of that, decided they're just not going to stay there, and then people from our community was also living in Pakistan, so they immigrated to Pakistan. In terms of the identity, it has, as I mentioned, you will probably see in my story as well, that it's a layered story. You have this connection with the layers that you were not born in. Like my grandfather, my father, when they were in Afghanistan, when they visited Afghanistan after 35 years, I think my father visited them. He still remembered the small little hills, trees and stones. That's because if I go to Pakistan, I still remember the street where I was born. Now, living in Australia for the past 16, 17 years, so it has become an Australian identity as well. So we are carrying multiple truths at a time, from being a Hazara from Afghanistan to a Hazara from born in Pakistan and being raised in Pakistan and understanding ways and norms of Pakistan to now living in Australia. That's me. Yeah.
Okay, sure. It's very challenging and hard to understand that who am I? When I was born in Pakistan, I was grown up there, but from my childhood I faced discrimination because I look different among other Pakistani people. So based on that, lots of questions come in my mind, and I was trying to understand that who am I actually? Why I have been so ignored? Why I have been targeted? Why I have been looked different among the other people? So that caused me to investigate, to read a lot about the history. And I was asking questions. I remember every evening I asked my mother that why the people hate us and why we are isolated in one part. Even we look at our homeland, Hazaristan, so it was also a mountainous area. The people resides in a mountainous area. So that when I investigated, I find the answer that first of all, you are a human being. So as a human, you should be proud of yourself. So it's not everyone's choice that which nationality, which ethnic group, which religion you choose. So it's a nature. Where you're born, in which nationality, which faith your parents are following, so definitely you'll follow the same. So that caused me to push, to motivate, to support those people who look like me, who face discrimination, who has been targeted, who has been killed, who have had genocide. So just to raise voices for those people. And unfortunately, the country where I'm from, so majority of the women is marginalized. They face discrimination, they face honor killing. So after that, I said that no, we are human beings. We have to raise our voices. We have to support human beings. So I find myself that you should be proud wherever you are. So I'm a proud Hazara. I'm I find myself at who am I. That's it.
Okay, that's good. That's pretty loud. I'm sorry, but I'll be speaking first in my language. I'll be welcoming our group of people here. Thank you so much. تشکر که آمدین به اینجا و زحمت کردین و گواهی ما گوش بدین. I hope so. ما دیگه زیاد نه یک کم شمار اینسپایر بیتنی که امو یک ریزه اینسیکیوریتی که بین از ماست امو میشه خلاص شنا. I was just repeating again to them, welcome again. If we still have a question, who am I? Or what am I doing here? I hope so I solved that tonight. Okay. I'll be starting that I'm a 24-year-old, a simple girl, whose journey is not too hard, but a little bit complicated. The first thing that I'm going to start that I'm not going to talk about mountains. I'm not going to talk about what happened in the past. All I remember that I had big eyes compared to others, and they used to bully me that, hey, you don't look Hazara. I was like, that's not my problem, I just have good genes. I used to even get bullied on those little stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna take you guys serious. But one thing that I'm gonna share with you guys, that when I do remember 5 years old or 6 years old, my father told me that, hey, I'm gonna go to the market, which was named as Bazaar for us. I'm gonna go get your cousin and your brother a bicycle. Then I was like, oh, okay. Back in the days, we were not allowed in our country to ride a bicycle, obviously, because I was just a little girl. And I do remember him coming in the afternoon, and he opened the back of the car, and I see the first bicycle comes down, that goes to my cousin. The second one goes down to my brother. And I do remember there is such a beautiful, dreamy blue bicycle coming down from me. And he's like, this is for you. I was like, are you serious? But then how I'm going to drive this? Because I'll be wearing my normal clothes. But then one thing he told me, you don't have to wear your normal clothes. You can borrow your brother's clothes while you're going out, but inside the home, you can drive this. I was so happy. All I remember that he, even though I was a little girl, I was a woman who wouldn't be going out alone, he didn't let me stop. So today, I'll be saying that, who am I? I'm an unstoppable woman or a girl who does not know the limits of the dreams, which I will be achieving it really hard. And that's what I'll be suggesting you guys as well. All you need to know, you're a human being, you're a kind human being who will be supporting yourself and others as well. Thank you so much.
When I arrived in Australia, I was shocked and surprised. Back in my home country, I used to work with United Nations High Commission for Refugees, and we had a very fair process while doing the refugee status determination. It's very important. Especially we keep in our mind the client's vulnerabilities, particularly women, child at risk. Soon my arrival, I was able to manage to work with the Human Rights Law program, where still I am working. So when I look at this process, that make me so shocked and surprised that those who are seeking safety, those who are managed to put their life at risk with their families, with their kids, with their children, to arrive in Australia to seek protection, unfortunately, those refugee status determination and process is very unfair. It's against the law, against the convention law, so against the human rights law, against those obligations Australian government owe in regards to the human rights, and I was very surprised. But still, things are moving, and I'm so happy that those people who has been living in limbo like more than 14 years now, almost 14 years, so they finally are getting their permanent visas under the Labour government, which is very good. And the only thing is still they are splitted family members, because law is very strict with the dependency criteria. Assistant Immigration Minister is here, Julian, so he knows better than me. So it's very difficult. It's very difficult for those to bring their loved one, their child, those who is above 23, who cannot meet the dependency criteria. On the other hand, they were victim of the so-called fast-track processing for refugee status determination. So such a discrimination in this first world country made me so surprised. And I was said as well, on the other hand, that in a country that they uphold the human rights law, where they uphold the women's rights, and I was very happy when I arrived here, but in the grounds, there's something different. And unfortunately, every 4 days, one woman is dying due to domestic violence. It's a shame as a nation for us, because Australia is my home now. So in this country, if a woman is dying due to the family and domestic violence, so think about my country of origin, Pakistan. Think about Afghanistan. The people has no access to the basic human rights, particularly women and girls. So now it's time to reunite the family, but they cannot meet the dependency criteria. That makes me so sad. While closely working with the community as in Hazara Shamama Association, and Dr. Zakir is our president, and Nadia is our vice president. So I'm just thinking all the time that what we can do. On the other hand, there are like some limited options, but the processing time is so long. So that was like make me a shock, give me a shock. So I don't know what I can do, but still I'll keep educating, keep working to create an awareness, and hopefully we'll get successful one day. And it's good that Julian is here, and he is closely listening to me. So please, give me this mic. Thank you.
I guess what you're sort of suggesting in that statement partly is the way we fight violence is to be together. The solidarity in the community is so important. That's you, Zakir. Now, I mean, you do all of this work, you know, to try to drive your community forward in the context of through the Shamama Association. I guess what we are intrigued, or perhaps I'm intrigued, is that what makes a person dedicate time, effort, a sense of everything to do that? Like, what drives you? What do you think that is important to do the work that you do in the community?
It's a very good question, actually. No one asked me before. But the desire to work for community comes from the needs of the community. As a community, we are very young. We have been in Australia for a couple of decades now, but a lot of people who came here, they came with a lot of needs. So all these activities that Hazara Stories is doing, not particularly, but the whole team, that we see there's a huge group among our people that we can facilitate for them to have the life that as an educated person I can. So part of the programs that we do, or I mean, I don't want to say me, because it's our community, it's us, most of the people that they work significantly hard on all the things that our community does, is because our community needs a lot of support, and we're trying every bit to facilitate it. There's absolutely nothing behind it, but just a sheer desire to work for the people, for the community, help them settle in Australia, have a life that they never had, get education that they could only wish for, especially if you see the girls in Afghanistan, help the education, help people here so that they can get educated. That's part of what we're trying to do as well.
دوستای خدمتوی امروز ما برنامه داشتی کدی شازارا شمامی سوشن کدی همراه اندرو ارگانیزیشن کی نای گروپی آرتیست است و برای نا هیومن تیسیس هزاره استوری اینا یک برنامه سرشته کرده بود که شماما خنجغیز نا همکاری کرد و ما تقریبا گذشته 6 ماه بوده که قزنا همکاری میکردی و بین زو مختلف مرحله داشت که ما در هر مرحله لحظه هم داشتی و امروز آخر اگزیبیشن چی بود که بین زو قصه های جرنی خو یا قصه های ابا و اجداد خو که چطور اصیل سرزمینی هزاره جاد رزگیر ما گرفت و چه رقم و مهاجر شدی و در کدام کشورهای جهان رفتی و تا هنوز و مهاجرت دوام داره و ما از بابت هزاره جنوساید گپ زدی که چه رقم مو جنوساید باشه چه رقم برای فرهنگ مو برای زبان مو برای کلچر مو ضربه زده میشه و اگر مو از راگی بگی زبان خوب بگی که مو از راست مو تمسخر میشی که او خلافی بر علیه انسانیت است و هر کس حق داره که مو نشنالیتی خوره زبان خوره قومیت خوره پیش ببره دیگه بسیار خوشحال هستم که بسیار قوم‌های در تعداد زیاد امروز شرکت کرده بود به شمول کمیونیتی دیگرها سریلانکن کمیونیتی استرالیان مردم بود تمام هزنا از اندیا بودک این جماعتی برنامه را دیدک و اینا بسیار خوش کدک و ما از هزاره شمامه و خصوص اندرو ارگنایزیشن تشکر گزارشتم که برنامه را برگزار کرد. تشکر.